Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Sorry it's so late coming on here, but I wanted to come on here live after the show and say a big thank you to the friends and family that come out to All Star Wrestling tonight at the Gray Bell Auction of 1681 Shirley Road in Royston, Georgia. And if you have not yet subscribed to the All Star Wrestling YouTube page, please do that. Their YouTube page is simple. It's All Star, one word, no hyphen, just All Star Wrestling 1681 because the address is 1681 Shirley Road. Wanted to say thanks for everybody who came out and thanks to all the wrestlers as well. Had an amazing show. I know I said the other day that I was wearing my Braves hat because they had won 3 games in a row, but I think I spoke too soon. But we'll talk about the Braves later on this week when I get into my Braves report. Tonight, I just wanted to come on here and again say thanks to all the friends and family that came out. Also, a co-worker of mine that I worked with back in, I think, 2004, I believe it was. He came out tonight. He also came last show, so wanted to send a big shout out to him, thank him for coming. And a guy that I currently work with named Ray also came out tonight. Wanted to also thank him for coming. I can't sit here and name out all the names, but it was good to see so many faces and some people that I have not seen in a long time. So it was good to see everybody. Hey, Ray, I just said your name, man. I was just saying that I'm glad you came out to the show tonight. This was, hey, James, how you doing, man? I'm sorry it's so late, but I wanted to come on here after the show and say a big shout out to everybody who came out tonight to 1681 Shirley Road and saw some great all-star wrestling. And don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube page, which is All-Star Wrestling 1681. I want to make sure I keep saying their YouTube page because I want everybody to subscribe to them as well. On this page is where we talk about it, but on that page is where you actually go and see the matches. We had some guys that made their all-star wrestling debut tonight. So thanks for all those guys that came out as well. I'm not even going to do a dad joke tonight. I just want to come on here and send out a quick congratulations to all the wrestlers and all the workers, whether it was ring announcer, referee, security, timekeeper. James, the show went phenomenal. It went great. I just got in and got done eating my late supper and wanted to come on here. I have not even gotten into the card yet. I'm fixing to get into the card, and we'll go match by match and see who won each match. But I just wanted to make sure that I gave everybody a thank you for coming out and tell all the workers, like I said, whether you're timekeeper, ring announcer, a wrestler, concession stands, whatever it was, I just want everybody to know that I greatly appreciate it. We had a great show. The opening match was a 6-man tag match. We had Final Gambit beating the Northside Heroes, and that was a great way to start the show. It was an amazing 6-man tag match. It's always good to open the show with a 6-man tag match and get the crowd rocking. So that was an amazing match. And match 2, you seen Trent Harrell become the new Gray Bell Heritage Champion by beating Logan Bloom, Dynamic Dexter, and Stevie Ray Frost in a fatal 4-way. Match 3, Eli Smiles kept his All-Star Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Championship by beating Kirkland. And then the last match before intermission was former WCW superstar and current Impact superstar Johnny Swinger beating Curtavious. Now, that was Curtavious' debut at All-Star Wrestling. I have seen him other places, but it was his debut tonight at All-Star Wrestling. And if you have not seen Curtavious, I encourage you to please get on YouTube and type his name up, and it's spelled just like it sounds, Curtavious. And it was an amazing, amazing match. And that was his debut at All Star Wrestling. Like I said, I have seen him at other places, but that was his debut at All Star Wrestling at 1681 Shirley Road in Royston. He did lose to Impact superstar Johnny Swinger, but he put forth a good effort, and it was a good match. And Ray, I'll make sure that I tell Eli Smiles and Kirkland that you enjoyed their match, because you said you liked 3, and that was the 3rd match. After that match, we had intermission. Had to give Johnny Swinger and Rhino some time to sign autographs and take pictures. If you came tonight, hopefully you either got you an autograph or a picture or both if you had the money, but hopefully you at least got one or the other. You don't see guys like that in this area every day. So hopefully if you came, you were able to get either an autograph or a picture. And then after intermission, we had the suplex assassin, Alex Kane, beating David Anthony. It was David Anthony's debut at All-Star Wrestling, and he put forth a good effort. But, of course, we all know Alex Kane is an amazing, amazing talent. So he did get the better of David Anthony, but it was an amazing match. And David Anthony is another one of those guys. If you have not seen him wrestle, I encourage you to get on YouTube and watch it, because a lot of these guys do not live in this area, but they wrestle at other places. But I know that not all shows have their own YouTube page. So a lot of times you have to get on there and type up the wrestler's name instead of a certain promotion. So just like Kurt Tavius, please make sure you get on YouTube and check out David Anthony. That way, if you're a wrestling fan and these guys ever come back in the area, whether it's Gray Bell Auction or somewhere else, you can say, hey, I've seen that guy. Brandon mentioned that guy to me. So please go check out David Anthony. Match 6, Zen Shi beat Bobby Flacco. Now, Zen Shi came to the Gray Bell Auction back in about 2011, I think it was. So it was not his debut, but unless you've been a fan that's been coming to Gray Bell for many and many years, you might think it was his debut. But he came there many moons ago, back when I was a young and handsome man. Now I'm a middle-aged handsome man. But he has came before, but it has been many years. And then the semi-main event, the main attraction that everybody probably came to see, was the match that featured Rhino, as Rhino and Marcus Adams and Landon Hale beat Curtis Coleman, Drox, and the seriously silly Scott Mason. It was a great match. Hopefully, it will be on the All-Star Wrestling YouTube page within 3 or 4 days so that everybody can go back and watch it, and then you can get on here and leave me your comments on what you thought about the match. I personally thought it was an amazing match. And then, of course, Curtis Coleman got a gore from Rhino, but the match itself was amazing. And then the main event was the Bunkhouse Brawl, because the show was called All-Star Wrestling Bunkhouse Brawl. So that was the main event. And that was a over-the-top battle royal that featured about 25 guys. I believe it was. It was hard to keep count. There was so many of them, but I think it was right at 25 guys. And it came down to Anthony Black and Trent Harrell and Logan Bloom, and Anthony Black won, and he got the big cup. If you have not seen the cup, please go to the All-Star Wrestling Facebook page and check out the cup that Anthony Black wins for winning the Bunkhouse Brawl. And, of course, after that match, he also got a gore from Rhino. So it was an amazing card, and it was an amazing show. And thanks to all the fans who came out. And like I said earlier in the video, it was so good to see some people that were there that I have not seen in a long time. I always enjoy seeing faces that I have not seen in a while, and good to see my former coworker, David, as he came and brought his wife and his brother. And it was good to see my current coworker, Ray, and he came and brought his family. I always enjoy when people that I know that I work with come to shows. It makes me feel like I must be doing a good job of promoting the shows to make people want to come out. So don't worry, we're not going to quit. We've got SWA coming up next Saturday night. And coming up one day later on this week, we're going to talk about SWA and run down the card that we're going to have next Saturday night at SWA Resurrection. And hopefully some of the fans that I saw tonight at Graybell, I'll also see next week at SWA, which is located at 244 Livestock Road, Easton Ollie, Georgia. Like I said, we'll talk about that coming up sometime later on this week. I just wanted to make sure that I came on here tonight and thanked everybody who came out to the show. I always enjoy showing my appreciation and showing my gratitude and let everybody know that they put on an incredible show. And I believe all the fans enjoyed it. Most of them stuck around to the very end. So when you get fans to stick around to the very end, that's always what you want, because a lot of times, by the time the main event comes around, half the crowd has done got up and left because the show has just went too long. But tonight, that didn't happen. Almost everybody that was there stuck around to the very end, and that was good. That's what we like to see. Great job to all the workers. Like I said, whether you're a ring announcer, whether you're a commentator, timekeeper, security guard, cameraman, referee, ran concession stands, everybody did a great job, and it was a great show. And thank you so much to Rhino and Johnny Swinger for coming out and being with us. And please feel free to continue checking them out on Impact each and every Tuesday night. They're both still very active in Impact Wrestling. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of three. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.